I don't get to see my one or two friends that I kind of know. I remember I said I had friends, but I had another friend, and I really, really, really miss him. And Lucas Marcus Aurelius from Lexus Maximus. But I wanted to tell him this was so funny. So I'm just gonna put it out there. He loved this. North Korea. We're said to send loads of balloons full of trash down into South Korea. I just love this so much. It's hilarious. And they declared, "Oh, we sent balloons full of trash down because South Korea sent loads of balloons or something up north, saying your culture is, you don't know what your government do to you. You don't know the way your government propaganda you and the way your government brainwash you into believing false values." And your values are so. And I love this so much. It's fucking hilarious. North Korea sent balloons back full of cheap plastic lingerie. The South Korean girls, all these legal highs, sachets of legal highs that they all love in South Korea. Friends episodes on DVDs, and they sent all this really funny trash balloons full of trash into South Korea and question our values up in North Korea. I thought it was the funniest thing ever in the world. And they declared, and BBC, and they sent balloons full of trash, and they're all full of like, designer lingerie, like Western designer lingerie, Western designer perfume, and Western, or like these fucking hilarious stuff. The funniest thing was when these balloons hit the streets on South Korea. Loads of people scrambled out like fucking yokes, and they all start like scrambling, and like they said it was trash. It's really funny that they said it was trash, but at the same time, they all scramble out on the streets and like, oh, these are balloons from heaven. Oh, they sent balloons from heaven, full of wonderful plastic kinky lingerie for our daughters, and all these legal highs, and all these Friends episodes on DVD, and all this Western. So like you're saying, like you criticize our culture, you criticize our values, and they just sent back, and it's trash. And we sent balloons full of trash, and all the South Koreans were like scrambling over each other trying to get the balloons from heaven with all their like cheap designer lingerie and their cheap French perfume and their Friends episodes on DVD. I just thought it was the absolute funniest fucking thing I'd ever seen in life. Because particularly the South Koreans ran out into the streets and like kind of squabbled and fighted and scrapped like animals over all their French designer lingerie, designer perfume, and Friends episodes on DVD. Yeah, it's absolutely freaking hilarious. North Korea have a sense of humor. I'm always applying for amnesty. I have a great speech for the people of North Korea, the wonderful people. I have a great speech. They're very Christian. You know, they use all accept Jesus arbitrarily and like kind of, not really accept Jesus, but heater bees are heater bees, and they had heater bees, and yeah, I can't wait to give my speech in North Korea. This is what happens when Christianity really works well, or heater bee family and loved ones. And if the heater bee loves the people, they're all really powerful and become very powerful. Like I became very powerful through Christianity. Not saying true, no, not saying functionality. It just happened to be that way. I just bought loads of Christian literature, became celibate, vegan, and started studying. Um, and I heard like wanking rips down on the nails on Christ. So I stopped masturbating. I was at 20 something, 22, I'm 36. I stopped masturbating for Jesus to stop. And you know what I mean? It's like, I really like North Korea and their values and their ethos. I'm trying to keep them away from everybody else screwing with their. And they're very cool. They're very potent. Have you seen the North Korean army? Fuck me. Anyway, I'd love to go and validate North Korean culture for the North Korean people. And tell you Western world, yeah, I'd love to go and validate them and reassure them that they're fucking And to say like, I would say there's other heater bees out there, but they did it well with their heater bees or queen bees or heater bees and queen bees and kind of things, you know. Maybe the queen bee isn't on. I don't know where the queen bee is, but I know there's heater bees anyway. And you want to protect them, not glorify them, protect them, put them in a position, and when they love you and you love them, everybody becomes powerful. Everybody does it. North Korea did it really well. I'd love to go out and I already gave the speech away. No, sorry. Yeah. Balloons full of cheap plastic synthetic lingerie. And in fairness, no, that's meant to say, like, you know, I've got great celibacy, countenance, and prudence, but at the same time, it's like, South Korean girls dressed up in little plastic kinky lingerie. Taking cheap drugs. Sounds a bit appealing, doesn't it? But no, it's not really. It's not really. It's plastic appeal. At the same time, South Korean girls, man, with all their plastic values and all their plastic drugs and all their plastic DVDs, it's like, see what I mean? Threaten our culture, mock our culture, mock our values, mocking, slacking, insulting. I just thought it was the funniest. I don't know if I set this joke up properly, but absolutely free. I wanted to tell my friend about it. I don't get to see him very much at all, really. But I thought it'd be funny. Him and his brother, friend Lucas Marcus Aurelius Decimus Maximus. I just thought he'd think it was the funniest thing ever. So he just sent loads of French perfume and Dior. They said it was trash. Like, they said it was absolute trash. They sent balloons full of like stuff that Western people would hold in high value. Stuff that Western people kind of would hold in high value. And they sent it. I was like, yeah, we sent balloons full of trash. Balloons full of trash. And all the South Koreans are rubbing it on the streets and grabbing it. Ah, balloons from heaven. Balloons from heaven. Yo. No. Fellow heater bee.